What's the good word, y'all? It's your boy DKB here. I wanted to dive into the massive comments from Aaron Rodgers on his appearance on the Pat McAfee show. And he may have revealed something that nobody really expected as part of the Haason Reddick negotiations that were going on. So to double back on this a little bit, originally there were anonymous sources, and it sounded like, per The Athletic, this was multiple agents, not just one. The original commentary goes, there's complete disarray over there. Look at how they've handled Aaron Rodgers. Has one player had more power than him? He skipped minicamp. They've been unable to convert him into a team player. The vibe inside the building is terrible. And this felt like it came out of left field because the only negative light really in the New York Jets building at that point in time was the fact that Haason Reddick still hadn't been signed yet, and this was coming maybe a week or two out from us starting the regular season. I believe this could have possibly been preseason, but I feel like this was right before the regular season. And so it's interesting, right? There's no mention of Haason Reddick in this situation. They really just kind of focus in on Aaron Rodgers, and I would imagine a lot of this is still some blowover from him going to Egypt as part of skipping camp, right? The interesting piece is Pat McAfee wanted to know about those comments, asked Aaron Rodgers about it, and what he had to say was, I would say the culture is about the opposite of what that article said. I didn't read the article, but just reading that headline there, it sounds like it was written by Haason Reddick's agent, former agent, I guess, possibly, in a way to try and disparage our great organization. So kudos for him for again stepping up to the defense of the New York Jets. You love to see it. You have the offensive lineman jumping in, faces defenders on the field. You have Aaron Rodgers defending Nathaniel Hackett, defending the organization at large. But you can make a honest decision here that this could negatively or positively impact the New York Jets. And if this information is true, specifically the piece about Haason Reddick's agent being his former agent, this could either explain and then again help or detract from the New York Jets being able to get him in the building. Now, here's the some interesting pieces around this, right? Tory Dandy, I think he's like a CEO of CAA football. Whatever the case is, he's Haason Reddick's listed agent. If he is now his former agent, who knows when this would have potentially occurred, but that means that Haason Reddick would have been negotiating on his own, and it may make Joe Douglas's comments make a lot more sense about not wanting to negotiate with Haason Reddick until he's in the building, right? Why do you need him in the building if you can go through his agent? And so, again, as we continue to get bits and pieces and, all rumors still, but as you try to build this clear picture, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Lord of the Rings, right? But I have Shadow of War, and there's these, I don't know what you call them, like mithril emblems or something like that you collect, where you got Shelob, the Spider Queen, whatever she is. And you get these glasses that are all broken up, and you got to kind of change the camera view until you get a clear picture and it reveals something for you. That feels like the same thing that's going on with this Haason Reddick situation. So while this isn't revolutionary, this isn't mind-blowing news per se, again, it paints a little bit more of a clear picture for me as to how we may have ended up in this situation. And let's not forget, as of at least the time I'm recording this, I believe Haason Reddick is up to about $8.5 million in fines, well over 50% of the contract he would have been playing on this year if he just stepped onto the field. So this is crazy, right? Now, I'm curious about which way this goes, because for one, you had initially Aaron Rodgers being asked, not as part of the Pat McAfee show, but during one of the press conferences, he was asked if he would reach out to Haason Reddick to help try to smooth things over, maybe expedite getting him here. And he mentioned, that's a possibility. Anything's essentially possible in his words. And I don't know if that's been done or not, but this may, be an action of consequence for us, as whether it's a slip of the tongue or just him being cheeky with the media, which he's been known to do. This may cause more harm than good, right? And I know there's a fair amount of you that think still, or I shouldn't say still, but with the injuries going on, even with the Will McDonald emergence, you guys feel like we need Haason Reddick in the building. So it'll be interesting to see how this ultimately plays out, if this really has a hand in anything. But let me know what you guys ultimately think about this. Haason Reddick may be without his agent. If so, he's negotiating himself, which wouldn't be the first in the NFL, right? But maybe, I'm trying to think, Lamar Jackson's been on his own for his entire career, but quarterback versus edge is a little bit different. So I don't know. Either way, Haason Reddick hasn't been in a situation or a predicament like that before where he's had to negotiate without an agent, if that's the case. And also, the forethought around that seems to be that either there was a disagreement between him and his agent. Maybe the agent wanted him to hit the field, stop losing money. Haason Reddick didn't want to cave in to the demands. Or the agent wanted to double down, see Haason Reddick continue to hold out, and Haason Reddick has been wanting to get into the building or get into the field, and he's at risk of losing money, right? From the standpoint that he wouldn't receive a contract extension potentially, or he'd be exposed to injury while being on a non-guaranteed contract, et cetera, et cetera. But I'll leave it there. Again, I don't know how many more videos I'm going to have to drop about all of this Reddick stuff, and I've already skipped a ton of stuff before, but ultimately, again, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know where you land on this, and what do you think, right? We don't know if the rumors are true about the agent being fired or not, but how does this play out for you? And I'll catch you guys again. Peace.